Now. Oh God, there's no video. There it is.
Oh, let me make sure.
No, we're fine. I see it. We're here.
I don't
We're
see
good.
us.
You don't need to see it.
I do, because there's no other way for me to track it. Okay, I heard you
If I
yelling
open
now.
this
I
up,
don't see.
yeah, see
Oh, there it
now it's
is.
showing
Okay.
that. That's not what I wanted.
Alrighty, let me hit that there record button on the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah, why don't you hit that there record button?
Hitting it right now.
Get you
Hey,
that there
hello.
recording going.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary folks, if universe is unknown. This is Role Players. No, it isn't. This is That's Our Cue. We're DQ for sure. We were just talking about Role Players and Role Players Guild. So
Oh,
my brain defaulted that. Go check out Role Players. I'm thinking about reviving it from the
the
dead.
nerve.
Also Role Players Guild, which is where Danny is from. They copied my podcast name like years ago.
We
And
did
decided
before
to
we even heard about it. We copied it.
which is crazy. How they had the same name in their name, but more words. Anyway, all that to say, my name is Adam, and this is Danny from the Guarantee Clan. Hello,
That's
Danny.
right. I am from Clan Guarantee. I'm doing
Clanny
pretty good.
Guarantee.
I've had an emotional week this week, and you may notice this huge hello, Beluga. You may notice this huge gaping hole next to me where there's usually a question. No question this week. No. This week.
No question.
This week you get a DGPSA.
Okay, before we get to your DGPSA, can you acknowledge that I made a funny joke earlier that you didn't? Did you hear what I said?
No, which one?
We said that you were from the Guarantee Clan, and I said Clanny Guarantee, and you didn't laugh.
I didn't hear it. I would have otherwise.
All right, I just want to make
Clanny
sure
Guarantee. I like
that
it.
was acknowledged,
Mm-mm.
and to make sure that we let our
You
listeners know on
are
the audio version.
you are absolutely right to do so. I apologize for missing it.
It's okay. Uh, I know you said you're about to make an emotional PSA, but before you do that, I need to share something with you that made me really chuckle earlier,
Okay.
just to kind of like bring some levity before we come crashing down in sad lands. Um, See, so to remind our listeners, we are streaming. We're doing recordings, video recordings, as long with this one now. Danny's wonderful, perfect wife, Beluga, is commenting in our
Hi,
chat right
honey.
now. She says, how dare you not laugh at my joke?
I
Thank you.
didn't hear it. I'm
Um,
sorry.
but so earlier, Danny, literally today, because like when we go back into our into Fun Installers chat, sometimes people will reference episodes that we've recorded, like stuff that we've recorded weeks ago that I'm just like, I don't know
I
what the
don't
fuck.
remember any of
I'm
it.
like, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I feel so bad because like we try to record some of these in advance, and so I don't remember what we talked about sometimes. So I started going back again and listening to the episodes like at work. It's a distraction because if I hear other people talking in my ear, I do absolutely nothing. So I just stare into the abyss until the episode's over. I'm not productive at all. But so I listened to an episode today, the one about AI, and there was a point. It's funny. I listen to these episodes, and when you say something, I react in the moment of like, oh, I would probably say this, and then I forget that I actually said that joke. So in the episode, you were talking about like, well, maybe somebody could use AI to generate an idea for how to make a dragon turn into a banana or something,
Right.
or a
Right.
banana turning into a dragon. And like immediately when you said those words out loud at my desk today, I said, oh, like a banagan. And like
And then 2 seconds
30
later.
seconds later, after you were done talking, past Adam goes, you mean like a banagan? And then I said something else later, like a dragana or something like that, which is also something I said later. But it was so funny because right after it came out of my mouth, I was like, huh, man, I hope I say something like
That
that. That's
guy,
really
he's
funny.
really smart, really funny.
So then when I said it on that episode, 20 seconds after I said it out loud, I was like, man, I'm consistent. That's great. I'm so glad I still think the same.
No, that's good.
Shit.
Yeah, the consistency is key. That's good.
I was giggling to myself like I can't believe past me and current me still thought of the same stupid fucking thing to say. All of that to say about just jokes and things.
No, that was good.
It
I
was
can't
just
wait for you to hear this in like 2 or 3 weeks. and then like right here you'll be like, "Oh, that's a funny thing I said." Then you'll say it again.
Yeah. Well, you'll say, here's what's probably going to happen, Danny. Since I said, "Oh, from the clan of Guarantee," or I said the Guarantee clan, and you said, "Ah, yes, I am from the clan of Guarantee." I guarantee that when I listen to this in a few weeks, I'll say,
Yep.
"Oh, like Clanny Guarantee," and then I'm going to say it, and
And
we're
then you're
going to
gonna
review
hear it
the
in
whole
here.
conversation, and I'm going to forget we had this
Well,
conversation.
then you're gonna tell me all about it on TOQ
Uh,
like 2 weeks from now, and I'll have forgotten too. Because I'll be honest, I forget what we talked about the second we hit end recording.
dude,
It all
sometimes
just is a
same,
blur.
sometimes same. So I just had to tell you about that because Hitch was talking about how like they've been jumping around and listening to different episodes, and they saw the M Dash episode, and they were like, "Oh, I still got to get to
Oh
that one." I said, "Oh, funny
yeah.
thing, I just listened to that one today, and here's what happened," and they got such a kick out of it. Oh, they wanted me to tell you hi, by the way.
Hi,
Um,
Hitch.
anyway, all that to say, I'm done. You said you had something emotional, an emotional week. I want to hear all about it. Um,
The pun game is always very strong, Beluga. It is episode 82.
this is episode 82. Oh, you called it episode 80Q.
I did. I called it 80Q.
Yeah, so on the stream we called it episode 80Q.
Yeah. Hello. Who makes the puns for our stream titles in Role Players Guild? The pun game's always on.
To be fair, I started punning and then you punned with that, but I said it was like
Yeah.
TOQ 82 just for you or something like that, and then Danny said 80Q.
Yeah, and then I already wrote it out, and I was like, just an 8 and a Q doesn't fit. I got to spell it out.
Yeah, we were torn, but yes. Anyway, Danny, I'm sorry you have a story to
it's fine.
tell. I want to hear
And
all
don't
about
worry,
it,
I do actually have like a second mini silly story
which is fine.
to bring it up after.
We can get real. We can get real. So I'm done. I just wanted to share that fun story of Inception. Please take it away.
Okay, so this is your DGPSA. Somebody, and I honestly, I would post it on here and I would name and shame and all that,
Uh-oh.
but they deleted their post off Reddit, so I can't.
Oh shit.
I know, and I didn't write down their name. I kind of wish I had.
Oh
Even their
no.
messages to me was deleted, but
People
Is it-
messaged you?
I messaged them first, to be fair.
Oh god. Okay.
This is nothing
More.
to do with TOQ itself.
Oh, I thought this was about TOQ. I was like, oh my
this
god,
is
are
not
we having a
about
war?
TOQ. This
Is
is
it Alex
about
Jones?
somebody
Fuck up that bitch.
who needs to watch TOQ to learn not to be a piece of shit this year.
That's like our main goal for the
That is the
2026.
main goal. So, and I want to preface this by saying, I went into this knowing full well that it sounded too good to be true. So if you hear the story and you're like, well, how could you fall for it? I was suspicious from the very get-go, but
Oh no.
yeah. So I go on Reddit to look for voice acting gigs. Yes, I did tell Beluga about this.
Hey, this is a private conversation, Danny. Just tell your story.
Oh, my mistake. So I went on Reddit, the voice acting subreddit, to just see what's there. You know,
Sure.
sometimes you hear helpful advice or something. It's fun to see other people's setups. And I saw a job to do character voices for VTubers. So basically, I guess what they had said they wanted to do was start a bunch of VTube channels, and I would, if I got the part, I would be one of them. So they would kind of hook me up with a VTuber, and I would stream it, or I would stream or whatever for them in character.
Oh, interesting. I've never heard, like, I know what VTubers are, but I wasn't aware that you
I was
could.
like, that honestly sounds pretty cool.
I'm sorry to pause, but
No.
what do they mean by that though?
So
you
like,
would
I would
stream
for
for them?
Yeah. I would
As like a
stream
separate
as the
channel?
VTuber, and the whole thing would be done in character.
Huh, I've never even heard of that. Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's actually like a cool idea.
Okay.
And they were going to pay enough that it was suspicious.
Like quadruple digis?
Yeah, it was $1,700 a week.
A week?
A week.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So big part of me is like, well, that is very suspicious. Excuse me. But another part of me is like, I've been unemployed for a long time, and some money would sure be helpful. So I sent them a message and said, hey, here is my Google Drive, my demo reel. Give it a listen and let me know what you think. So they messaged me back and they said, hey, this sounds really good. We would like to set up a meeting with you. So please go to this website and just schedule a time slot. Okay.
Like a Google Cal or something?
Yeah, it was some other thing. Oh, I remember the network, I guess, name they were going under was Meatbag TV. So yeah,
Meatbag
if you see
TV?
anything for Meatbag TV, be careful. I don't know if there's a real Meatbag TV, but this one was a scam. So they asked me to fill out a thing. I looked at it real quick and all it wanted was an email address. So I'm like, all right, well, my email address is the same as this Reddit account, so I'll just Danny Guarantee. I pick a time slot. And I'm like, maybe on the off chance it's real. Who knows? Then they send me instructions and they're like, hey, so just to make sure that everything will work for like the VTuber and all that, we want your hardware ID for your computer. So I'm immediately going like, okay, no problem. Google, is that okay to give out? And it is for the most part, because it doesn't give anybody access to anything. It just tells them what hardware you have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, that also kind of makes sense. They want to know, can my computer handle being a VTuber? Sure. Is my mic good? And then they sent me the instructions on how to find my hardware ID. And this is where everything fell apart. I looked up on Google how to do this, and it was like, oh, you go to device manager, you open up, each individual piece of hardware that you want to look at,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll say it in the menus what the hardware ID
Yep.
is.
Just like a little square that opens up.
Makes sense. What they sent me was, hey, press Windows R and type PowerShell. And for people who don't know what your computer lingo, PowerShell is what you use when you want to royally fuck up your computer. It's basically how you do things that normally your computer wouldn't let you do because it could break everything.
Yeah, I've trained on like school versions, college versions of PowerShell when I considered doing like Google tech support, and they give you a version of PowerShell to like learn
Oh,
how to
that's cool.
manipulate. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I know nothing of PowerShell outside of the fact that it's important enough for me to never touch as someone who doesn't know how to use it. So, as soon as I see that they want me to open PowerShell, I'm like, uh-huh, okay. And then
Uh-huh.
I look at the instructions and it's like join.a1v slash something or other. So I Googled that. And I'm
They
like,
wanted
what
you to
does
put that in PowerShell?
they wanted me to put that in PowerShell and
Okay.
then hit enter and it was gonna, according to them, it would give me a string of numbers and I would give that to them.
Uh-huh.
So I look up, I
Sure.
Google that join.a1v blah 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 blah. And basically what I got back was, oh, that tells your computer to go to the website, download something, and install it right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, look at that. Hey, that's definitely not real. So I never did go to the meeting. Unfortunately, I thought about it just to see, and call
I
them
would have
out.
loved if
But
you went to that meeting and were like,
well,
I did everything you told me to do and it's just not working.
I went
Yeah.
I went back to the post because it was still there at the time. And sure enough, a lot of people sorry, I'm distracted by chat. A lot of people were already posting like, "Hey, this is a scam." They got as far as I did and were like, "Yeah, this is what their instructions say. This is not good." Um, and somebody had said like, "Oh yeah, I scheduled a meeting with them. I'm gonna meet them tomorrow, and I'll post back here and let you know." And unfortunately, it's since been removed. I tried removed it. I tried set it, which are both ways to like bring up deleted posts. I couldn't find it. My message with the person is gone. But this is
That's kind of
your
that
this is your
sucks though.
PSA. Always be careful and always be like do your due diligence. Like I don't know PowerShell, but I knew enough to know that it's important and to always search before putting in anything in your computer that somebody else wants you to put on it. Always. Just Google it. Google that and the word scam, see what comes up, but just play it safe, man, because God knows what that would have installed on my computer. So yeah,
So
there's your DGPSA for this week.
so let me.
Never did get that job.
So I'm a little confused about like why you can't, like, your messages just aren't there because the account's not there. Like, I think that's really silly for Reddit to not have like
Yeah,
a
I don't
record at
know.
least of like
I
here's
went to my private messages and that one is gone.
that's
I
nuts.
don't know if maybe they deleted their entire account, so it just deletes everything.
Yeah, that's so lame though, because like you should at least be, even if it says like account user not found, like I get that, but the messages should still be
Yeah,
there.
unless the only other thing I could think of is that they were completely banned because somebody reported them, which is fine.
I mean, yeah,
But
maybe.
I don't know. I don't know how Reddit works enough for that.
What was it called? It was called Meatbag
Meatbag
TV.
TV.
Curious if that pops up anywhere if I type that
I
in.
tried searching it. I didn't see anything too crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, I'm
But yeah,
sorry that
there you
happened
go.
to you,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Um, well, it's good that you
it's
had
a
at least
shame.
the foresight for that. I used to have to walk a lot of people out of situations like that when I worked at the bank. People would
Hmm.
just show up in a panic and be like, 3,000 of my dollars were gone, and that was what I was going to use to pay bills this month. And they, you guys have to do something. I was like, oh, fuck, man, I don't know
We
what
could
you
do it.
did. So like, but there's times where I had time and I had to go through on the phone for hours, and I had my cell phone plus one of the work phones trying to call somebody because he's trying to say like, oh yeah, I'm in America. You know, it was just this whole thing, and you just had to spread a lot of information because like there was a real big scam for a while. I forget what they were called, but something track. They were like those kind of gift cards you buy. I don't know, like a Walmart end cap somewhere that you can just
They
use to
love
transfer money or something. I forget what they were called.
the gift cards.
Yeah, but they were like, oh, you know, I'm gonna, you know, buy it on one of these and send us the money through that. That way it's untraceable. And then we'll double your money. You know, they prey on a lot of older people or people who didn't know about the scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the man, just scammers just get more and more fucking
So
witty,
yeah,
man.
dude, when
It-
there was a small business I worked for a bit, and one of the upper management people, I just happened to overhear them talking about how he got locked out of his computer by ransomware.
yeah, I
And they were
remember
saying
those.
like, send
Oh,
me $5,000 to unlock your PC. And I just happened to hear them talking about it as I'm walking by. I hear the head of the company say like, "All right, well, we'll pay them." And I stopped. I walked in and on them and I was like, wait, you cannot do that." Because they may release your computer, but the lock is still there. They can just relock it and say,
mhm.
"Send me another 5,000." You can't
Yep.
just do that. Don't just pay them. "Oh, okay. So
Oh,
what do we do?" I'm like, "You just gotta get a new computer. You're boned at that
yeah.
point."
When I worked at a PC repair shop, that was right around the time that the FBI ransomware was really big. And so, like,
Hmm.
what it would do is it would get in front of your login screen and it'd be like this big FBI, something like you would see at the beginning of a movie that says, like, don't record this movie, right? But it would say, like, a little message on there that says, we detected that you have illegal music or videos or whatever on here. You know, it's like a $250 fine or something like that before you can all access your computer so we can erase all of the illegally downloaded stuff that you have. And they, whoever did it, they made a killing because like a lot of people would do just what you said. They would pay it so they get back in their computer, and then like a week or two later they would just do it again and be like, we found more things on your computer, you have to pay another fine. And it looked kind of legit, and they couldn't Google it to find out if it was. This was before cell phones were like super advanced. um So it was just this constant barrage. I remember we used to get flooded at the shop, and the process to get into this computer, if you can mash the F10 button quick enough and the F11 button quick enough while you're rebooting the computer, you can get into the DDoS settings and like start working into safe mode. And even then, it wasn't always guaranteed that if you missed your window of when you can block it and stop that program from running, it would just come back. Like it would look like you did it, and then we'd be like, okay, we would repeat it 2 or 3 times, log back in, log out, turn computer on, turn computer off, whatever, and then we would send, hey, we think we got it. Let us know. They'd be back in like a week. It's back. And so it's like, I don't know if it still lives there. We would do like, what do you call it? What do they call it? System restores. We can go back to like a certain checkpoint. And I would tell them, like, if we do that, whatever you did up to the past 3 weeks, whatever, is just going to be gone. Your computer will never know you did it. So if you have any precious photos on there, whatever it is that they're missing, they're like, no, just do it. And most of the time that was the fix, was we would have to get behind it, get in, and then system restore it to get rid of it. But then people would still do the same things. They would fucking do the same shit to download it again. And I was like, where are you getting this fucking virus? And it's just, they click anything that pops up on their screen. I'm like, God, like, what are you doing? A lot of it was like gambling ads. So like, oh, if you want to make $500 by just clicking, and they would click these dumbass gambling ads on these websites they go on, and it would just download it. I'm like, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, even the one I was talking about at work, they never asked me how did this happen, which I thought was crazy. They were just like, oh, all right, we have to get a new computer. And then they left, and I'm like, do you want to know like what you should not do, maybe?
Yeah, it's crazy how easy, like, desperation is what really feeds that success rate of those things. It's like, I need to do the thing.
So yeah, keep your eyes open out there, you know, keep your head on a swivel. People are crazy. They'll try and rob you for every nickel and dime you got.
Yeah.
I liked your swivel. Thank you.
I was going to go all the way around, but I didn't know if my chair was going to hit my mic, so I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's really shitty.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, hang on. Let me type this into AI so I can get a better response for you.
I hate you. But it's okay. I come with another story just from today.
Okay.
To help bring the mood back up a little bit.
Some levity.
Yeah. So we've had our Parakeet link for 7 years, I think. 6, 7 years now.
Link is a parakeet.
Yes, that's why I said we've had our Parakeet link for about 6 or 7 years now.
Link the parakeet, yeah.
Yes, the parakeet that is Link.
Yeah.
And he's always been, I don't know, he's always done the same tricks, right? He'll run around, and he's done basically the same tweets the whole time and everything, and never had a real big problem with them. And a couple years ago, he started developing like these tumors on his back. And we looked it up, and they're just fatty tumors. They themselves are not super terrible, but they can get caught, or he picks at them and they can bleed sometimes. So today we're sitting there having breakfast, and Link just starts doing like these small chirpy tweets over and over again that he's never done before. So I go over to the cage, and there's blood all over the bottom. I'm like, okay, you know, he was picking at it again, and
oh dear.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't even think we can get them removed, because I don't think he'd be okay if we did that. So we're like, you know, we're just gonna deal as it goes. And but he was acting kind of normal, right? He's just making these tweety noises. And his nose, is Sarah or whatever it's called, was turning dark, which happens every once in a while. And I know that means something with hormones. So we finally look up what the tweeting means, because again, 6, 7 years, never done it. He was just a horny bastard today. Oh, first of all, he's a she, and she's a horny bastard today.
Did you just learn that today?
Well, I always kind of knew because of the nose thing. Like only the girls have like the nose that gets darker and then lightens again.
Oh, well, did you look at that?
But
Girl Link.
she never, I guess she never had like these hormonal chirps before. And oh my God, she just was such an attention whore today. And I'm sure Beluga will back me up here.
It's like when a
That
cat
Drew's
puts
just
their
an
ass in your
attention
face all
whore.
the time.
Yeah, just very cat-like. He'll run across the table. I'm sorry, I'm gonna switch between he and she
Linkle.
a lot. Yeah. Linkle was running across the table, and we would put toys up on the table, and he would just immediately grab them and throw them off, as you do, as cats do.
Sure.
So it's been that all day, just running to the edge of the table and staring at us until we put the toys back up, just so they could throw it off, and we'll put it back up. Then they tweet at us. I had him on my shoulder for a little bit, and he kept
Very funny that you
like,
have a trans bird.
yeah, we really do. Well, it before that we had a bearded dragon. We didn't know the gender of that either because bearded dragons and birds are two really hard things to gender.
Right.
So both
Linkle's a
of our
pretty good
pets
name.
have been pretty much gender fluid.
Incredible. I love
Yeah.
that.
Like Link doesn't know, so
I can't wait to tell Hitch about it.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I love trans people. My bird's trans.
There's a shirt right there. I have a trans bird. I love trans people. My bird's trans. Speaking of birds, those bastards are really trying to get hit by my car lately.
They've been swooping.
I think I've already shared this on the podcast, but 2 of the 3 animals I've ever hit in my life were birds of my car. And like, they're trying, man. They're
not smart. I'm sorry.
Dude, one this morning, there was a car coming opposite me as I'm going towards it, and a fucking bird narrowly misses both of us, weaves in between. They're like thrill seekers, man.
I mean, if you could fly, you'd be a thrill seeker too.
Dude, yeah, but not the fucking shit I'll die. I'd just be like, oh, I might like not flap my wings a couple extra times before I fall out of this tree, just to be like, whoa, mom, I'm okay.
Almost hit the ground.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like flying in a fucking car. It's like, my God. It's so frustrating. Also, I found a question for us to answer since we are TOQ and we didn't have a queue technically today.
All right, well, you know what? Fair enough. Here's my cue for this week.
But I found
person on Reddit. Why are you such an asshole?
That's true. Hey, person on Reddit, have you thought about not being a piece of shit this year?
Don't be a piece of shit this year.
Yeah. So
right, go ahead. Well,
I don't want that to be the last thing we think about because that person doesn't deserve everything.
Do you want us to be like at least semi-professional and put the stuff on the stream?
I fucking guess.
Yeah, no. I hate having to be professional.
Yeah.
Oh God, we disappeared. Professional.
Uh-oh.
No, we're back. We're good.
Okay.
For some reason, Discord doesn't like, or any website really doesn't like to show videos if I cover it.
It's true. Yeah, it'll black us out for a little bit and then we'll come back. It's fine. So the question that I found is a relatively simple one from Ask Reddit called Rule OK Hit is the Reddit user. And they say, what is something relatively cheap that improves your life by 100%?
Oh, this is just a picture.
Yeah. What do you think it was?
You want
me to send you the link?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I just sent you a screenshot of it.
You sure did.
Sorry. That's what I thought you wanted. I thought I was helping. So yeah, it says, what is something that is relatively cheap? Now, I don't know what they mean by improves your life by 100%. I don't know how you can measure that. Beluga says Chinese food. Yeah.
Well, we had
is that
it's true.
Is that a regular occurrence in the Guarantee household?
Have been doing a little bit less recently. but we used to, and we'll probably have Chinese every week.
Really?
Yeah, to the point where they know us and they give us free stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Last
that.
time we got Chinese, they gave us free donuts.
Yeah.
They usually give us cookies, especially if we pick it up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I got free sausage once at a place called Smoky Bones. That was cool.
Smoky Bones.
Yeah.
Look at that. See?
Okay.
Look how nice that looks now.
Yeah, you can see the ads right on screen. And there they go. They're gone. Okay, so yeah. So what is something relatively cheap that improves your life by 100%? I just think it's nice. I'm very much a lover of the simpler things. I'm entertained by simple things. I laugh at simple things. I appreciate the little things. But we're talking about cheap, so I assume they mean like inexpensive. So
Mm-hmm.
when you think of anything inexpensive, now it doesn't have to
Yeah.
improve your life by 100%. I don't know if I can tell about anything that would improve my life by 100%.
No, I got one that I think would actually answer this.
100%?
I
Okay,
think
what is it?
so. Little preamble, because I can't just answer things nice and easy.
You got to give it a
What do you
political
think
answer.
this is? I got to give it a huge answer.
Yeah.
The inside of one of my ears is a little deformed, and it's got like a little dip in it that's not supposed to be there.
Got some
And it
dip in
kind
there.
of
Nice.
acts like a drain catch. It keeps it from being able to clean itself. You know, they say
Ah,
like as you speak, your earwax is supposed to fall out. It stops that. So every once in a while, my ear can get clogged up. And I've had to go to the doctor a few times to get it cleaned. And what they'll do is they'll give you some hydrogen peroxide.
they just like.
You know, yeah, they squirt it in, and then they'll get like a squirt bottle, like a
Yep.
special made squirt bottle, and they'll
Uh-huh.
just squirt the inside and kind of flush everything out.
I've gotten it done before. It's
One of the
nice.
best things I've ever done. I bought one so I can do it at home. It was like $10.
Yep.
It's just a little squirt bottle, but it's like pressurized
Yep. I've
to the
had that.
correct
Yep.
pressure for your ear, and it comes with like little bits to put in your ear and squirt it, and it shoots the water in all different directions. Works like a charm. I no longer have to go to the doctor for it. I don't have to wait for it to actually clog before I can clean my ears. It's fantastic. I highly recommend. The next thing I was thinking of getting was a neti pot for when my nose gets all stuffed up.
I can tell you that that is worth it. Because I have one, but it's not that like the traditional genie lamp neti pot. It's a pressurized bottle. So, because like I have a hard time just like pouring it up my nose without it like feeling a little too uncomfortable for me. So I have one that's like who makes it? I think it's kind of called Neilmed, Neilmed. And it's like a little squeezy bottle that you put the saline solution in. Usually you want to put clean water in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then like purified water, I should say, and then or distilled. I don't really know the difference, but one of the two, probably distilled. And you just kind of like give it a gentle squeeze, and it just like up one end, out the other, pretty quickly, and it makes it a lot less like I don't want to say painful because none of even the original is not painful. It just you get it over with quicker because like you are essentially kind of drowning yourself at first,
Well,
but
that's the
like
thing. That's the only reason
yeah,
I haven't gotten it is like I'm scared.
yeah, the pressure bottle takes a lot of that fear away because it just happens so fast that it's like jumping into a pool like
How does
without
it
plugging your
not
nose.
just like okay? I was gonna say, how's it not just like shoot down the back of your throat and gag you?
You can get some of it back if you're tilting your head, but you shouldn't be. You should be leaning forward over a sink or something. So it just kind of like,
Okay.
you have like 5 different sinuses in your head, but it mostly cleans out like the ones in your cheeks and like up in here. And so it just kind of like goes up the top, down below. And then you blow your nose a couple of times just to get all the stuff out of there after it's done dripping. And then you do it on the other side and and then I go until the fucking thing's about empty, and then I use what's left to help wash the tip of it. Now I'll be honest with you, the one I bought like 7 years ago, and you're supposed to replace them like every 6 months. I have not replaced
Okay,
the
great.
one that I've been using.
Just make sure you wash it in bleach or something.
I wash it, I rinse it, I let it air dry. I do all the things, but I was like, well, it still works. Why should
Yeah, what? It's not
I have
cheap if I have to replace it every 6 months.
it's cheap. The pack you buy it in, it's like a pack of like I think they give you 50 packets of saline solution and the bottle and some instructions, and I think it's like under $20 or something like that for everything. No, I don't use it as often as I probably should. I just use it when I feel like things are getting real bad. Um, and yeah, it's. I'm not gonna say it's fun, but compared to the original like genie lamp
Right.
uh thing, oh man,
Okay.
complete
I'll have to
difference.
look into that because yeah, that's my next body purchase. I think
Yeah,
get an Neti pot.
I would say it's worth it.
I've seen some of the like some videos of what's come out of people's noses from those, and I'm scared of what's going to come out of mine.
Yeah, I think that's a worthy. I tell you what, this is like Kimmy's here, and she says that Beluga didn't tell her that we were live.
I'm
Ah,
sorry.
God.
No, I'm sorry, Kimmy, but I gotta I gotta back Beluga on this one. I said yesterday we were going to be live at 8 o'clock today, and
Oh
you were
shit!
there, and there's proof because that was while we were doing role
Oh
players
my!
guild.
Fight! Fight!
I'm
Fight!
sorry,
Fight!
I
Fight!
have to
Fight!
back Beluga this time.
Um, I will say, I don't know if I told you the story of when I got my septum fixed. Um, but when I got that fixed for, gosh, weeks after, every now and again, you'd feel like you just had like a lot of like stuff to blow out of your nose, and it was just rotten flesh that died in your
Ooh.
like from the surgery, and then you just have to like find a way to get it out. Like you have to blow until like it comes out, and it looks like fucking zombie flesh when it comes out of your
Ooh.
nose.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
You,
not good.
unless you have something like that happen, you will never have anything remotely as gross come out of your nose if you use a neti pot. That was one of the worst things I had ever had happen to me, and I didn't know when she said, "Oh, there might be like some dying muscle in or dying something in there, dying flesh." I was like, "Oh, that's weird." But then, like, it just feels like you have like a big snot stuck in your nose. You're like, what the fuck? You're blowing, and then it just, ugh, it's fucking gross.
That
You will
doesn't
never
sound
see
fun.
that. You will
No.
never, ever, ever see that come out of your nose. The worst you'll see is maybe a little bit of blood if you have like some dried, you know, uh, dryness going on. I have that sometimes, but that's what the saline solution is for, is to like help moisten
Right.
like the inside of your nose so you have less discomfort. Highly recommend. Would
No,
the
my
pressurized
problem was,
ones.
especially last time I had a sinus infection, my nose got super dry. So during the day, it wasn't a huge problem, but at night, I guess my nose would run a little bit and then dry overnight. And I could
Oh,
feel it like way up here. It felt like I had glass up my nose. It was just hardened boogers,
dude, yeah,
just completely dried out.
yeah. Feels like, yeah, it gets so sticky in there.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it was
always say
bad.
I'm allergic to Earth's atmosphere. Like
Oh,
it's
it's
just
awful.
like,
Yeah.
cool.
Actually,
Um,
surprisingly, seasonal allergies are like one of the only allergies I don't have.
fascinating. I have them all year round.
They
I
say
will not
if you
get
have
myself.
that, try and drink tea with local honey.
Yeah, I've heard about that. You're right. I should do that. I've heard that that's a good way to like kind of inoculate yourself a bit.
I
Should do that.
recently learned the value of honey. I tried it once as a kid, did not like it, and then just recently I was like, you know what? We bought a thing of it for Beluga to try. She wasn't a fan, and I was like, well, people always say tea with honey is really good for your voice. Oh my God, it is a game changer. If you're looking to do voice acting or anything, green tea with honey. Holy crap.
This is for Kimmy. I'm showing my chapstick because I keep it everywhere I go. Um, yeah, I agree with you. I think I started doing that because I used to like, because before I got my septum fixed, I slept a lot with my mouth open. And so I would often just my throat would be so raw when I would get up.
Hmm.
And so I had to start doing that as a home remedy because it just got that, and I would put a little bit of, was it olive oil? Some kind of oil, because I used to put the same oil in my ear when I had an earache. I can't remember what that oil was, but that was like a home remedy back in the sticks. Was like, oh, if you have an earache, put this oil in your ear, and then put a cotton ball in there to keep it in there to relax it. Really worked. I forget what was it. Wasn't olive oil. Fuck, what was it?
I put
Some kind of oil.
when my nose was super dry, I took, what was it, Beluga? Like petroleum jelly or something like that.
Oh yeah, I
And I
started
just
keeping
put a
that in my
little on
house
my finger and
recently.
just kind of
Yep.
pick my nose a little bit, get it in there.
Put it on
Oh
a
my
cotton
god, it was
swab. That way you
great.
can get some of the
I
other
should have done
areas.
that.
But the things you have to
I
think
just went
about
old
is
school, knuckle deep. Like,
a lot of people don't realize when people say sinus issues, they think like on your nose, but you have like your sinuses are like in your
yep.
cheeks. Like you have, I think, two up on your forehead.
They
I
go
might be
up
wrong
to
about
your
this.
eyes, they go back to your ears, and they go
Yeah,
like
they're
to your
back
teeth.
here and they come down here. And these ones are usually the ones like on the side because you can actually alleviate some pressure if you're really stuffed up if you press in the right place, like in your cheeks, because that like builds pressure and then like pulls it
And
back.
I mean, I've had it where I've had sinus infections or whatever, and then you feel
Oh
it in
yeah,
your teeth.
yep.
Oh,
You get
those are the
rhinitis,
worst.
sinusitis. I have all of those fucking things. I hate it. Hay fever. Blah.
When I had my wisdom teeth removed, they told me that the roots for it were all entangled in my sinuses. They're like, don't be surprised if you get a major sinus infection out of this. I
Mhm.
never did
Yeah,
somehow, but
I've had them a few times. They're uncomfortable as shit.
oh, I hate it.
Um, so yeah, would highly recommend, especially if you have a deviated septum, if you can get the correction, do it. But a neti rinse. Now the neti rinse won't work as well because part of your nose is collapsed. But what gets through, even if you just go up, if it goes up the same hole and then comes back down, it does help alleviate like a lot of whatever extra pressure is in there.
Well,
But
what?
let me tell you something about the people who don't have a deviated septum who complain, "Oh, I'm so stuffed. Oh, yeah,
I
well,
was literally
you
about to ask, how do you know if you even have a deviated septum?
oh, you know,
Because
because
I
like
don't think I do.
if you plug each nostril individually and then breathe through it, and you can typically get a similar amount of air coming through each side, you don't have a deviated septum. You can also, when you look in the mirror, if you tilt your head all the way up, you can see, if like your nostrils are like a little bit smaller on one end. You can see like if you, I used to take like the flashlight on my phone and shine it up in to look because like at one point I was like, man, something's really wrong and I don't know what it is. And then you find it, like you see, like, oh, it looks like a fucking collapsed cave up inside of my nose. Like you can see it, you know it,
Yeah, I
but
don't
it
think
like,
I have that.
you could hear like a whistle because it was my right side. So if I plugged my left nostril and breathed, you'd hear like a as I was breathing. But if I plugged
Oh,
the
you
other
had
one,
a
you just,
superpower and you got rid of it
oh man, I gotta tell you,
just so you
if
could
you
breathe. Come
here's
on.
a PSA about deviated septums. Okay, here's the pros and cons because I'll tell you because I went through it. Um, if you Beluga was just saying about having a camera shoved up your nose. I know because that's part of how they check you. And the camera was so big and they disappeared that whole thing up into my brain. And it was insane to have my girlfriend at the time there who I'm like, I just want her to think I'm hot, watching a screen that shows the inside of my nose and what my tiny ass little brain looks like as they shove that fucking thing up there.
This is where the brain is supposed. We found it.
Dude, it was. I was like, they were like, "Do you want to watch what it looks like?" And I was like, "No, I do not. Thank you." Meanwhile, my girlfriend's eyes are like glued to the screen. It's like, "Wow, is that?" It's like,
That
I
would
already
be
know
me.
it
I'd
looks,
be like, whoa.
dude. Yeah. And so here's what changed. Number one, allergies got a little bit worse. Not gonna lie, because like now it's entering through both nostrils a lot easier. But
Fan, they say romance is dead.
Kimmy says, and they say romance is dead. Yeah, I'm telling you. I just like, yeah, come to my doctor's appointments. Also, just as a side tangent, before I tell you the pluses, when I went to the ENT that's ear, nose, and throat doctor, to get an assessment, while I was there, the woman asked me, the doctor said, I shouldn't have said the woman. She was a very interesting lady, so I called her the woman. The doctor.
That damn woman.
That damn, yeah. She said, well, let me take a look at your ears while I'm here. While you're here, let's just take a look. And I was like, that's not why I'm here? Sure. So she shines a light in there for a little bit and she's like, oh, it's going to offer, like, do a little cleaning. But like, it seems like you got a lot of, she's like, do you use Q-tips? And this is why I learned, don't use Q-tips because Beluga mentioned a camera that goes up your nose and it's a big one. They took a hook that was probably 2.5 the size of my pointer finger, like long, And she took this fucking little hook, had me lay my head down onto the bed, and then shoved this thing into my ear, and damn near her knuckle was touching my ear by the time she got it all the way in there, which is crazy. You don't realize just how many nooks and crannies you have in your head until someone
Mhm.
shoves a giant hook in it. And she used it to grab like what she called a raisin. She's like this stuff hardens because you keep whatever you think you're cleaning out, you push more back into your ear canal. And she uses this hook to grab it and like peel it up so she can remove it. And again, my girlfriend at the time was there and got to see it all. Uh, got to see everything. And I got to tell you, one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't feel good.
it felt like, you know, if you have a Band-Aid on for a really long time, especially if you have hair on that part of your arm and you have to take that off, and if you take, whether you take it off slow or fast, it still hurts like a bitch. She had to slowly peel this because again, it's near my brain. And so she had to slowly peel this thing up out of my ear. And oh my God, the same girlfriend that saw my brain, yes, Beluga, was the same one that got to see the raisins from my brain. And I
Braisins.
can tell you the noise and the feeling
Yep.
was one of the most intense things I've ever felt in my life because it's so close to your ear canal. It's so close to your brain that like just the intensity of that was so fucking real. And then she pulls it out and she goes, "Oh man, you must have been like pushing that stuff back there for years." And I was like, "Uh-huh." And then she goes, "All right, let's do the other side." And I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot I have two.
When
Oh no."
So the last time I got my ears cleaned at the doctor, and this is what finally pushed me to really do this.
Mm-hmm.
They did that. They got the scraper out, and she
Oh,
takes a look, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. We'll just use a, oh, wait a minute." And as soon as
ugh.
she said that, I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Have you been using Q-tips?" I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." She's like, "Yeah, you have a bunch of earwax pressed up against your eardrum."
Yep.
And she's like, "Does your head ever feel funny?" And I'm like, Yeah, actually, it does kind of feel
Mm.
like a little clogged sometimes on one side." She's like, "Yeah, that's why." So she had to do that same thing with the hook on my eardrum. She had to scrape the
Mm-hmm.
eardrum clean,
Mm-hmm.
and it is terrifying. And ever
Yeah.
since she did that, I actually get twitches on my eardrum on that side sometimes. Have you ever gotten that?
You've only done it on the one side. I had to do it on both. It
The other
sucks.
side didn't have it. The other
Oh,
side just had some wax. She was able to do the squirt gun. She did the squirt gun on both sides after, but she only had to really go in the one. And ever since then, I get like twitches on my eardrum sometimes, and it sounds like a drum going off in my ear. It's very
yeah.
weird.
I remember when they did that part, I didn't realize how much it affected my hearing.
Oh yeah.
And so for a short while, I was very disoriented. I actually had to sit down because, like, before I left, because I was like so disoriented because I was hearing for the first time in that room, I was hearing my voice reverberate off the walls. And I was like, was it always this echoey in here? And the doctor goes, that'll subside after a while. Just you have super hearing for a little while because we just removed a lot of blockage from your ears. And I was like, yeah. And I could just hear like, yeah, 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 yeah. Like
Yep.
all reverberation. I was like, it's so, I felt like Superman when he first got his power. He's like on Earth. He's like, oh my fucking God, I hear everything. Um, but all that to say, wait, hang on a second. I got distracted. Kimmy said, when I was in third grade, I got a small rock stuck on my left
Oh, and you
ear.
guys talk about how I easily got distracted by
I
chat.
finally got it removed when I was 16. What?
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Well, Kimmy, you have to come on the podcast and talk about that. Let's start a new series where we have guests come on and tell us about the most traumatic things.
I'm in.
that
Let's
happened
do
to
it.
them.
Tell me your grossest thing that's ever happened to your
We'll
body.
call it that's our Q lateral damage. That's our
That's our Q lateral damage.
um so um
That's
I'm
our
just gonna
Q-tip.
call the episode Q lateral damage.
I like that. That's a good one.
Q lateral damage. I'm gonna put DMG. So what was I saying? So the benefits of getting your septum corrected, just for anybody who's on the fence, okay? Pro. Well, let me finish the cons. The cons were, allergies get in both sides now. Pro or another con is sometimes food that you like you might realize
You don't.
you might not like as much anymore. For instance, I realized that because I was constantly struggling to breathe, and I didn't realize for the longest time that it was because of a deviated septum, I ate a lot of spicy things. And I still love spice now, but I didn't realize I had to like retrain my spice levels because I ate a way higher spice level because my taste buds were all sorts of fucked up. Same thing with sweets. I realized that I couldn't taste a lot of things because my septum was so messed up that like my taste buds were dampened. And so I ate a lot of very sweet things. And so I remember probably about 2 weeks after I got my septum fixed, we went to IHOP and I got one of my favorite things at the time, which was like this big old stack of chocolate chip pancakes. Chocolate chip pancakes. So they were chocolate pancakes with chocolate chips.
Oh, I want
And
that
I
so bad.
could barely make it through it. And I was like upset. I was like, this tastes weird. Meatloaf, I loved meatloaf so much. But then I started realizing, like, man, it's so fucking salty. Why is it? God, why do they put so much salt in this? It's almost always good. And I realized it's because I was tasting shit that ordinarily I didn't taste before, or at least it wasn't as intense. And so I was like, fuck, like in a way it was a good thing because like I was like, oh, I can eat less shitty now because like I didn't realize I was relying so heavily on this extra flavor. So that's something if you get it fixed that may happen. You might just be like, wow, this thing I liked is now too intense, or I might have to scale it back on how I consume it. Good thing I could enjoy tea. I used to make fun of all my friends for drinking tea. I was like, tea tastes like hot water. Why do you? What's the point? But now I can taste tea. I get it now.
Yeah, see, it's pretty good, right?
I get why people drink tea. But also, if you get sick, your body typically will shift which one of your nostrils, if it's clogged, which one takes most of the burden. But when you only have the one, you're drowning all the time. So when you get that to happen, like getting a cold now feels like a fucking not a vacation. I shouldn't say that, but way better than what I used to struggle with. Oh my god. So like your nose can actually do the things it's meant to do. That's another good benefit. And also you can smell nice things. I've been so much it was overwhelming at first, but like I understood why people smelled flowers. I understood why like a more subtle cologne or like a subtle perfume or like
you understood why everybody hates the kids that just cover themselves in Axe.
I always hated that just because like it's very disruptive to just my brother did that shit. Or something else that's a little bit more intimate was like when you hold like a newborn baby. Like a lot of people just like there's like a smell, and I was just like, oh, I get it. Like that's what a baby smells like. Like just like I get when they say, oh, it's got that new baby smell. Or sweat. Like I was very more akin to like sweat in the air. If you're doing sexy things with somebody, it's kind of a turn on really for me because I'm like, oh shit, it's getting hot in here now. So anyway, all that to say, there are a lot more pros than there are cons in my opinion. But if you're on the fence about it, I would highly recommend it. The only shitty part about it is probably post-surgery, you pretty much have to tape gauze to your face for like 3 days straight. Like because there's no function in America or the world that I know of that can catch blood without it having to go somewhere because your nose will leak for a few days after you get it done because it's not done healing yet. And so you just have to tape gauze to catch it. And once you feel it getting too heavy, you start to feel it touch your mouth. You go, oh, time to change the gauze. And you tape another one to your face. That's not fun. I didn't like that. And you have to pretty much sleep upward for your first couple of days so you don't crush your nose all over again while it's healing.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
But the recovery is only maybe like a week. Like for at least for to feel a little bit more. Well, that's not true. You can sleep normally after a few days, but you're still supposed to be careful about how you sleep. But like you only have to keep the gauze on your face for a few days. You may have some dead flesh eventually come out of your nose. It's not pleasant.
Lovely.
Makes for a great story though. That's pretty much it, really. Just that's the part that I hated the most was just because your skin gets really raw. So like something in hindsight, when you change the tape, moisturize your face before you do it again. Like put some KY jelly or whatever you got on there to moisten that shit up before you tape back on because that got real fucking raw for 3 days of being taped to my face. But outside of that, totally worth it. Absolutely, totally worth it. I'm glad I did it. I wish I'd done it sooner. Um, yeah, do it. Says you
Yeah,
can't
go
look
do it.
down.
Even if you don't need it, go get your septum fixed.
Yeah, ask him to break
Yeah,
it so
just break
you
it
can
so
get
you
it
can
fixed.
see what it's like.
The surgery is quite fascinating because like they essentially like find a way to reconstruct like they essentially take all the musculature, the not the musculature, what's the word I'm looking for,
The cartilage.
cartilage is the word I'm looking for, thank you, where they take the cartilage bridge, like because you have like a Y shape in your nose, and so they take one road of the Y and they just completely demolish it because it's broken anyway, and they kind of rig the cartilage to rely on the other side to support it, and they put these things called stents, which are these really long, like crazy long fucking like rubbery support structures up into your nose, and they have it stay there for about a week, but you have to get it out like right at a week. You have to go back and get it removed. And it's a very weird sensation because when you look up into your nose to see it, it looks like a little button. But when they rip it out, it's a massive fucking worm essentially that they shove up there. And it like helps hold your nose in place until like the bridge they built fuses with the other side of your nose. And then like that's how it stays open. It's very cool. It's very fun to learn about.
I would love to learn about that on someone else. Yes.
Yeah. Overall, I think a good experience. Gave me lots of good stories. I'm not getting it fixed. I'm not dealing with that healing. The healing process, Beluga, is a little weird, but like I promise you, the benefits are so worth it. Holy shit!
If I remember right, I think Beluga's older sister had that done.
Really?
Get a septum fix.
Yeah, it's worth it. It is a little miserable to heal, but like it's better than like if you get like a patella surgery, that's like fucking 3 months of your life, right? This is like a few days.
Dude, did you? Speaking of surgeries, so I snore at night, and I was looking up ways to fix it. And there is actually like a surgery they could do because there's like a flap at the very back of your sinuses that causes the snoring, and they're like, oh, we could shave that down. And then I read what could happen during that surgery. Have you ever heard of empty nose syndrome?
Actually, I have. I don't know what it is, but that sounds like something. I feel like a student of mine told me about it.
It is the scariest thing I've ever heard of in my life. So apparently, in that little flap of whatever in the back, that's where the nerve is that tells your brain that you're breathing through your nose, or that airflow is coming from your nose to your lungs to tell your brain you're breathing. So people were getting this surgery and then saying like that nerve got damaged, so that even if they were breathing through their nose, they would feel like they're holding their breath.
Interesting.
And there is no fix for it. You're just a mouth breather from then on. People were saying like, I hate this. I want to, go game over myself because I can't. Anytime I close my mouth, I start choking, even if I'm breathing.
Wow.
It feels like you're dying. I'm like, oh
yeah, I think.
Never mind. I will just snore. Beluga can deal with it.
Yeah, I think I learned about that from one of my former students at the dance studio who like uses a CPAP machine, and he said that he considered getting a surgery like that, but he also, I don't know if he described it the same way. I think he just said something like you're suffocating all the time if they snip some.
Yeah,
I remember he used the word flap, and I couldn't know. I know when you said that, I was like, oh, that must have been what he was talking about. He said when they snip the flap, you suffocate all the time, and I was like what?
It's what you use to block your nose and go like this.
Right.
It's that, but you gained weight or whatever, or it gets inflamed. It can clog up and you snore.
Sure.
So they'll trim that, but that's where the nerve is that tells your brain you're breathing. So yeah, that's what it is. You feel like you're suffocating, even though you're breathing fine.
That's crazy.
You have to breathe through your mouth.
Huh.
Oh, it sounds awful. It sounds terrifying.
Do you want to know something relatively cheap that improves my life by 100%, Danny?
I would, because you haven't actually said yet.
Our friendship.
Bitch, I ain't cheap.
No, sir, you are not. You are you are a very expensive date.
I know.
You're a very expensive date.
But that was very cute. Thank you.
All I got to do is get you another what is it, red sweater set, red
Oh,
hoodie, red sweatpants.
hey man, I
I'm-
paid that back with an Excel spreadsheet that you paid
Danny,
me for without me even asking.
no, I know. Which reminds me, I have more requests for you.
That's fine.
Um,
But tell your company to reimburse you this time.
I'm actually gonna try to do that.
Yes, I don't want you to pay me. I want them to.
No, I'm gonna try. Just as an aside, I paid Danny for something he helped me with for a work project because nobody at work knew how to do it, and I was like, I know somebody who can, and so I asked Danny to help us with an efficiency thing on Excel,
Yeah,
and
you
then I
need
paid him
Excel
for it.
help? I can help you.
Danny,
But it's
you should
gonna
go on
cost you.
Fiverr. You should go on Fiverr and sell services like that,
Honestly, I've thought about doing freelance Excel.
dude. You like
I already
essentially, I
have a
just hired
Fiverr
you.
account.
Right. I just hired you for gig work. Like that's
Yeah.
what that was I was like, hey, do you want to, I could use some help. But like I was like, well, I can't just have you do that for free since it works. So if you say, hey, here's an example of something I made, you should absolutely do that. But anyway, you know what I was thinking while I was ranting about that, Danny, was how we have our shirts, like this is my Monday shirt, this is my Tuesday shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You should have the same. Like, I aspire to make these. I aspired to make the same colored shirt, and it's just like how you dress like a cartoon character, where like they wear the same outfit every day. And just that it says like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on it. That way they know it's a different shirt, but it looks as like the same shirt. I kind of aspired just to have like, because a couple of weeks ago,
make it real small, like on the arm or something, so you could be
yeah,
like, yeah,
just
look,
like right
it is
on
a
the
different
collar.
shirt. But even if you look, it doesn't look any different.
Yeah, the other day, a few weeks back, one of our conversation starters, our icebreakers, were like, if you were a cartoon, like what would your cartoon outfit be? What would your closet look like with all the same outfit colors? And I've been thinking about that, and I was like, I kind of want to just like, if I had to identify what is Adam's, like, what would my outfit be in every episode of a cartoon? Like, what would that be? And so I was like, it'd be cool just to have the same color of shirt. It just looks like Adam wears the same blue jeans and a green shirt, and it just says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on it.
Mine would be either gray or black sweats with either a black or a blue t-shirt and my red Vans hoodie.
Yeah, your red Vans hoodie kind of has to be part of that.
Yeah, that one's gotten pretty popular.
Yeah, that one is like
knows I wear the Vans hoodie every day.
Do you even wear that in the summertime? Because I noticed you're not wearing it now.
Not so much in the summer, but like if we're going to like a restaurant we think it's going to be cold, I'll have it with me.
You don't have like a thinner version?
I do, but that's my Vans hoodie.
What about like a Vans shirt?
I don't have a Vans shirt. I just
like you gotta get something like this. I don't know what these style of jackets are called, but I like to have these things that are like, it's like a really thin, almost like golfer looking jacket.
I mean, I do have like thinner jackets. The problem is it takes a lot for me to get cold. I stand
just put that out there.
A little higher. It was cut off on the bottom. There you go.
Just in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah. No, that's
so good. I'm just showing off my shirt to the video audience. You have to watch the video to see what it says. Sorry, audience.
But yeah, it takes a lot to make me cold, so I skip over the cold that would need a jacket like that. I would be fine just normal like that, and then if I'm cold, I'm like, I need a hoodie, like
a hoodie.
I need a hoodie.
Yeah, I noticed that like when you're not wearing your hoodie, you wear a lot of dark shirts, a lot of dark colors.
It's whatever's on the top of the pile. I don't try.
The pile. I try to at least match most of the time a sock to a shirt, but if I can't do that, then I try to match the like complementary colors to my shoes.
Oh no, I go to, here's the shirt pile, the sweats pile, and the underwear pile, and that's it. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm going out and I need to look nice, I will try, but
yeah, me too, man. What you were saying.
Yeah, no, exactly what I was saying.
What you were saying. So yeah, I think. Did I say? Oh yeah, our friendship. But
Yeah, but what is
here's some other.
actually something cheap?
Kimmy actually said an answer earlier that I very much relate to, which is chapstick. I always have one. Of all the things I carry with me everywhere, chapstick is one of them. I always have it in my right pocket. That's where it lives. That's the pocket it's supposed to be in. If it's ever missing, I know something's up. Uh, yeah,
Another
that.
one I had was I get breathe right strips for night. Again,
Oh yeah, I have those.
I snore, so I put those on, and my nose is very, very narrow until it gets to about here, and then it really flares out. So like a lot of air gets stuck here. So it
Mm-hmm.
really helps to, open that up. It's a freaking game changer. The only problem is sometimes, because it's real thin, like the skin's real thin here, sometimes some skin comes up when I pull that thing off,
Got
and
to
that
KY
hurts like
jelly
a
it.
mother.
You got to jelly it up.
But then it doesn't
Petroleum jelly.
stick.
Well, the sticky is like there's more than just a center, so like you have to
Oh, you
moisturize it.
just do? No, I'll lose skin like over here.
You got to moisturize more. If your skin is more elastic, that won't happen.
I think this shit just sticks real good.
Yeah. Let me read off a few from the Reddit thread before we wrap up because I think some of these are good. Brief Original says a good chef knife. You do not need a whole block set. One sharp 8-inch knife and cutting board changes your entire kitchen experience.
True.
Another person says library card and the Libby app.
Having fun's
Absolutely.
not that hard.
One of them says buy 20 pairs of the same exact socks. You never have to match them again.
I actually, yeah, I agree with that
Uh-huh.
one.
Going for walks or runs. Being active doesn't cost much other than your time, and the benefits are huge.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Beluga's been taking me for daily walks.
Yeah, thank you for walking our Danny, Beluga. So I was another just jeans and t-shirt type of girl. Yeah, I'm a jeans and t-shirt type of girl too, except I do wear these on top because I get cold sometimes.
Sweats, baby. I want to be
Yeah.
comfortable.
I like to wear a second layer over top of my shirt, just in case it gets cold. But also, I have used this literal like over jacket, golf looking fucking overshirt thing that I was talking about to protect myself and others from chemical attacks, like years ago. Like I've used something like this as a tourniquet on somebody. I've used something like this just to give to a person who didn't have a shirt during the winter time. So like you never know when having another layer will like be a fucking game changer. One time there was a girl who was like on a tirade spraying chemicals at people in a specialty school I worked at, and instinctively I dropped this off of my back, grabbed a hold of the sleeves, held it up in front of her, and then I threw it at her and then grabbed the arms and yanked down, and I pulled the bottle out of her hands, and then she ran.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I was first using it to like block my face from something. She was spraying it at me. Then I was like, wait a minute.
That's some Jackie Chan type shit.
Dude. Yeah. So I've just learned to like always have an extra layer, even if it's hot, because you never fucking know when you'll encounter someone or something that needs an extra thing.
Fair.
But anyway, but yeah, other than that, I was very much a t-shirt and jeans kind of girl as well now. But yeah, library card, a hammock. Somebody says a hammock is one of the best purchases ever.
I just need a good spot for them. Actually,
Binoculars, someone said.
Binoculars.
Let me see.
Actually, you know what really worked well for me, and I'm sad I don't know where it is anymore. The best kind of like fidget toy I ever had was one of those little plastic eggs of Silly Putty.
Oh, the
like the little red Silly Putty
eggs. Yeah. Wasn't that like outlawed or some shit?
Is it? Oh,
Isn't
I
that,
hope not, because I want to get another one. It was
Isn't
like
the
best thing for just like molding with your hands, because it's like Play-Doh, but it never dries out. So like,
yeah,
you could just mold it around.
Was that the Silly Putty? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was called Silly
Putty. Like the stuff in the egg?
Yeah. It was like a red plastic egg with Silly
Putty in it. Yeah,
like
I think that was outlawed.
Oh,
I could be wrong,
but it better not be. I was gonna get some.
I feel like it was. That sounds like a thing. If not at some point it was. I don't know if it still is, but there was something about it. It might be why, because if it never lost its moisture, maybe there was something in it that kids shouldn't have been playing with. But it was something. I don't know if it was one of those urban legends. Kimmy says no. Connor has lost plenty of silly putty over the years, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah, Silly Putty's
Um,
still made and sold today.
I wonder if they changed something about it. I thought there was something about it being outlawed or banned or like
They even
we.
have it on like Crayola's website. They even have it as a stress reliever.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love this. It was just a great thing to just like fidget with and just mold. I used to make a cube by just like pressing on the different sides and stuff.
Oh, it was just an urban legend. Never mind. There was something that happened in like Brazil that it was banned, but like it was just an urban legend everywhere else.
Oh, thank God.
Silly putty eggs for sale. Speaking of silly
Beluga,
putty
get me a
eggs,
Silly Putty egg. I need it.
get this man an egg.
This man his Silly Putty.
Q lateral damage and silly putty.
Silly Putty.
Yeah. That must have been an urban legend. You know how the 90s were. You would just be like, "Oh, I heard," and you go, "Oh, what?" Like, "Oh, gum stays in your stomach for 7 years," and
Oh,
you're
I
like,
remember that one.
Or
Actually, a really crazy story that's not an urban legend was a guy started getting like really bad coughing attacks, and he was starting to cough up like a bunch of blood and phlegm and stuff. And he was, I forget exactly how close he came to death, but like they thought he had cancer and stuff. His lungs would fill with fluid and everything. They eventually found out that he had breathed in a pea and it germinated in his lungs. And
Oh, I heard about
it
that. I
didn't
thought
like
that was
grow into a full plant, but it like sprouted
I thought it was
roots
a
and like
seed.
took roots in his. I heard
Yeah,
pea.
I've heard of something like that. That it there was like a plant that's like a seed or something like you
Oh
said.
yeah, I think I did hear about a tree too
Yeah,
or
like some
something.
sort of plant like managed to like
Grow in
hold root
somebody's
somewhere,
lungs. Yeah.
almost like when you would like grow like a seed in a baggie, you know.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. That's like one of the things I realize I'm getting a little more nervous about. I'm like I'm always more like, oh, I got to avoid this so I don't get in a car accident, or I
Mhm.
don't want to be like a statistic in like a building collapse or something. But I'm like, man, I don't want to go out like some fucking chump where it's like, oh, hey, you fucking have, I don't know, the first case of vein worms,
I will be
you know?
happy if I don't die from a prolapsed anus.
Oh yeah, like a pink
Clip
sock
that if you want.
situation.
But like I know there's definitely deaths of people that died shitting themselves with a prolapsed anus, and I'm like,
Did you, I read
can't
a
think of a
story.
worse way to go than that.
Well, I didn't read the story, so take this with a grain of salt. I saw a headline about a girl who pushed so hard while having a bowel movement that she developed memory loss issues because of something from the pressure of doing that. Um,
I don't
I
know
can't.
about that one, but I did hear about a guy that fainted every time he took a shit.
Oh yeah, that's vasovagal. Uh, I can't remember the name of it. I
Oh,
learned
that
about
one
it
has
on
a name.
Scrubs.
Oh,
And I learned about it
God.
on Scrubs, and it's a very real thing that does happen. It's triggered by a lot of different things. Like for some people, it's arousal. Sometimes they'll pass out. For some people, it's if their temperature gets above like 90. For some people, it's just stress. Stress will just or boredom will just make you pass out. It won't be like a tired, oh, I'm so bored. You just fall.
Mm.
But if the most common one from what I remember is like if you have too extraneous of a bowel movement, you can just pass out while you're shitting.
I can
Yeah.
honestly say I've never had that, and I've had
Could
some
be.
serious bowel movements.
We don't. But here's the thing: don't push too hard because that's it. When you put that kind of pressure on your body,
Yes.
you're causing an abrupt change of pressure from up here straight down, and your brain goes, oh, and just like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not
it's
good.
very interesting. Also, hydrate,
And
kids.
it can give you grapes down there, which you really don't want.
No, no grapes.
No, nobody wants those grapes.
Hey,
Nobody
do you
wants
want
to
to?
land on that moon.
Can I ask you? I saw Rhett and Link did this a few years ago, and I feel like it's something that you and I should also do.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Rhett and Link of Good Mythical Morning fame?
I know of them, but I don't even think I've ever
There's
seen it.
thousands of episodes to watch. If you like Game Changer, you should
Okay.
watch that too. Good Mythical Morning's great. But anyway, they're best friends who have known each other since like second grade, and they've done everything together. So they've known each other for like 37, 38 years, almost as long as
Right.
I've been alive, I think.
So clearly we'll be just as good as they are at whatever this is.
Well, what they did was they went and they got brolonoscopies, which was they went together and scheduled their appointment at the same time to get colonoscopies together to check for polyps and cancer and things because they were over 40, and it was something they didn't want to put off. They're trying to be conscientious of their health. And they did it to raise awareness for prostate cancer awareness. And so it was a really cool thing they did. They filmed the video. Is very funny. You should go watch it. I'll send it to you. It's a really great video.
Yeah, no, there's nothing I'd love more to see than two guys getting a colonoscopy.
It's so funny because what they did was they every now and then they would bring them out of partial anesthesia to get like them talking to make content. And so the other one was sitting there holding the other one's hand while he was getting getting the colonoscopy. And every now and then they would wake them up partially and they would say some of the most off the wall shit. And but I thought, you know what? Like I'm 37. Although I think they say now based on studies that like you shouldn't do it. You don't really need to do it until you're like 45. But I think I think after 40, I typically might do it. So in a few years, Danny, we'll have our big business booming. We'll raise awareness for colonoscopies and colon cancer again, just like they did. We'll try to, inspire others the way that they've inspired me and others. And we should go together and see if a hospital will let us do a colonoscopy together.
I'll tell you what, my dad had prostate cancer, so I'll do that.
Yeah, we should do it.
Let's get brolonoscopies together.
We'll see if we can get some sort of waiver signed to see if someone can be there to film it.
The only stipulation I have is once I'm out, I'm staying the fuck out, man. Don't wake me up halfway through.
No, I want them to wake me up.
No.
I'm hilarious, apparently, under anesthesia.
That's fine. You can do whatever the fuck you want. If somebody's up my ass, leave me knocked out. I don't want to know.
Kimmy says she'll film it, so there we go.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
No!
Kimmy says she's gonna wake you up.
I hope you have a girlfriend so that they can see you and be all how manly you are with this as well.
Yeah. I feel like if I'm gonna get a major
that ex and be like, hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey Alexa, do you want to come and watch me get a camera up my bum?
You saw my ear, you saw my nose. You want to see my ass?
Yeah, you saw. that's just my next Valentine's Day card. I'm gonna say no.
You've seen almost all my holes. But here's one you missed.
Yeah, like I'm gonna right before I get the procedure, right before they get the camera in there, I want them to like put like a little note up there that's readable with the camera. And then when they go, oh, hey, it's time for you to watch, then halfway up my ass, they see like a little note that says like,
Kilroy was here.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that would be the fucking dude, if I died after that, it would be so worth it. if I died from like a paper cut in my colon because I had somebody put a note up there. I don't even need to be awake for it. I just want someone to film that it happened. Dude, I would live stream it. I would live stream everything. That'd be so fucking funny, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
If this Kilroy was here on it, somebody landed on that moon after all.
Yeah, we did it, guys. We found him.
We fucking found him. That's what
Kilroy.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn.
Dude, that would be it. But yeah, raise awareness for prostate cancer. I think it was a great idea. And if there's anybody that I would expect that might go for it, I figured it would be you. You and I could go.
Absolutely, I would
get some cameras in all the places, raise awareness for a good cause, and make sure that also that we're healthy because you never know what's up there. That's why you get it checked.
And to everybody in chat, you can get the uncensored version at Only Dan's. That's
true. And Dadums only.
Dadums only.
So You
Oh
know,
god.
also Dadum's Day is coming up in a
You
couple of
don't
months.
have to be lonely at dadamsonly.com.
So Dadum's Day is coming up. Make sure to appreciate the Dadums in your life. Get them something from
Oh
FunInstallersNetwork.biz.
my god, that's so funny.
You know, we have our Days of the Week shirts. We have our color shirts. I say this is my blue shirt.
We
Check
have
those
green
things
shirt.
out.
I just saw the green shirt one.
Yeah, I'm making brand new ones, so we're probably gonna have a new storefront in the coming weeks. But in the meantime, what we have up on Spring is still there, so please go check that out. Um, and yeah, Danny, take it away. Tell people nice things.
Hello, nice people. I'm Danny Guarantee, and I'm here to tell you nice things. So I think that you're looking very good today, very nice. And we want to just tell you that we appreciate you guys listening. You girls, you guys, and everybody up, down, all around, inside and outside the gender binary. We appreciate you. You are what makes this show worth doing. You watching us and us getting to spread a little bit of happiness, a little bit of smiles to people's lives. That's the whole reason why we do it. And we love you for checking us out and just having a good time with us. The streaming's been going very well. We have some chatters, which is always very fun. If you feel like you would like to talk to us, ask us questions in person, or just get to know us a little bit better, see our faces, feel free to drop by. We usually stream Friday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you. And we just love having you here. And thank you so much. It's a dream come true. It really is. It had to come out at some point.
Hey, man, you gotta speak your truth.
And of course, try not to be a big piece of shit this year.
If there's whenever you think you should, don't is
Just don't.
what we're trying to say.
Yeah, it's really, it's not the hardest thing in the world. I know. I know change can be scary though. But just ask yourself, would I be a giant piece of shit if I did this? And if the answer is yes, just don't.
Just don't.
Just
Because
don't.
then, yeah, no one wants to be friends with shit. You know, you don't see. You ever wonder why you don't have any friends? It's because you were flushed.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
don't be a piece of shit.
everybody gives shit on the ground a wide berth. So if everybody's giving you a wide berth, you must be the shit.
And if your mom gave a wide berth to you, that means there's a joke in here, and I lost it. Your mom's a wide berth is what I no.
If your mom
if your mom gave
had
a
a
wide
big
berth,
shit while giving you a wide berth,
yeah, don't make your mom's wide berth be shit. No, we're almost
don't
there.
don't shit where your mom birthed.
Don't. The delivery room is for babies, not for shit. Although sometimes it happens. And you could be number one, or you could be number two.
But you never want to be number 2.
You never want to be number 2. So...
I'm hitting goodbye. Goodbye. I'm done.
Don't be a piece of. Don't.
I have no words.
I can't. I got nothing.
Look, don't be a piece of shit. Love each other. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your minds. Take care of your bodies. Most importantly, take care of each other.
And don't give birth to shit.
And don't birth shit. And don't
shit where your mom births. We've always said that here